Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's really a feature that helps you out with optimizing the current scheme that you're actually having. Let me show you how it works. Let me go to the project settings first. And as you all know, issue types are unique for each project. That's actually pretty great because when you go to actions, there's this option where it says optimize the scheme. And now, when I go to optimize the scheme, I have this screen right here that says how many work types I have in this scheme, how many of them are unused, and there is a 71% of potential reduction. It has 7 of them. It says one other project is using this work type scheme. These work types are unused in all projects. Removing these work types can improve performance and stability. The remaining work types can be available in other schemes. Right. Let me go to the third page in here and let me find something else in here. For example, do I have something to optimize? I do, and it's saying 29% of the reduction, and there is 2 work items to be removed. That actually is it. Now, first of all, it's good that it defines the work item types that are not being used. Let's say you have a project and you have work item types that are not created for some certain amount of time, which is okay. But what if at some moment you actually want to create that specific work item type? It's not going to be there anymore, and the users are going to be confused about this and they're going to ask questions. So be prepared for that. Luckily, you can just move back the issue type where it was, and that's it. The tricky thing with the is that they consist, each work type can actually have its own workflow, its own screen, its own field configurations where you can define if something is optional, if something is required as well. So you need to think about those things as well. In general, that is how the optimizer for the work type schemes actually work. See you in the next video, guys. See ya.